Good day, Lagos. My name is Abimbola Akinajo, Managing Director of LAMATA. We're now going to talk about where we are with the Red Line. So the Red Line is a rail line that LAMATA is implementing on behalf of Lagos State that goes all the way from Agbado to Marina. But in fairness, the first phase is what we're concentrating on at the moment, and that goes from Agbado to Oyingbo. So where are we? As promised by Mr. Governor, we are supposed to be completing that infrastructure by the first quarter of 2024. And so therefore, we're coming to Lagos to tell you where we are and how close we are to completion. So if you know, I'll give you a brief update of the Red Line, at least the first phase that we're building. We are implementing 8 stations, and that is all the way from Agbado. We have a station at Agbado, we have a station in Iju, we have a station in Agege, we have a station in Ikeja, we have a station in Mushin, we have a station in Oshodi, Oyingbo, and Yaba. Now, all those stations, as a point of update, are literally completed. We have most of them, except Yaba, is 99.9% complete. Yaba at the moment is about 89% complete. Now, from where we're sitting, that means that we are confident and comfortable that we will meet the deadline that Mr. Governor has given us. In terms of the track work, we're done. If you remember, this is the one line that we're sharing with the NRC tracks. So we're sharing the track with the Lagos-Ibadan tracks all the way up to Ebute Metta. From Ebute Metta, we now have our dedicated track up to Oyingbo. Beyond Oyingbo, we have about 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers of dedicated track also for us, which we will use as stabling. So all of that is, when we're talking about track work, also with regard to track work, we're about 95% complete. And that's thinking about the dedicated track that belongs purely to us. Always remembering that the first part of it that belongs to NRC or Federal Ministry of Transportation is complete and is in use as we speak by NRC for intercity travel. Now, the one thing that is good about the Red Line is the fact that we have interchanges. We will interchange with the intercity line at Agege, and we keep saying that. So Agege station has been designed for good interchange relations between the intercity and our own intracity system. The stations are very close to one another, and there is seamless movement from one station to the other. With literally every other station, we have integration with the bus services. So at every station, we have either a bus terminal or a bus lay-by position that is well located close to the rail stations. So from what we've said, all of our stations are 98-99% complete. The only one that we're still doing works on that has any decent amount of work left, for want of a better word, is Yaba station, and that is about 90% complete. So we're very confident that we will be completed by the first quarter of 2024. Now, for us, if you will also remember, Mr. Governor had procured 2 sets of trains from Milwaukee. Those will be ready for the testing and operations that will start immediately after the commissioning of the rail system. So we expect that to start come the beginning of March, the middle of March. And that will allow us to begin to test and also to work the interfaces between NRC. We must, at this point in time, acknowledge the fantastic relationship that we've had with NRC. NRC has been, they are our big brothers in terms of railway operations, and they have been, really very good with us in terms of sharing and also working with them. Because we will be utilizing their tracks, we need to have a signaling system that acknowledges both their systems and our systems, and that work is ongoing, and the negotiations are ongoing with NRC. Also, we must acknowledge Ogun State, because our originating station is from Agbado, and Agbado is within Ogun State. We worked very well with Ogun State in the acquisition, especially acquisition for the depot, which will be located in Agbado. So from where we're sitting, we are very confident that for the delivery, as directed by Mr. Governor, we will be able to complete the Red Line infrastructure before the end of the first quarter of 2024. And so therefore, we expect to be able to commission the same before the end of the first quarter of 2024. Now that then moves us into testing and operations. Like we did with the Blue Line, we will also test and spend some time so that we get familiar with what we're doing. We get also familiar with the relationship between us and NRC so that we have a seamless position that allows their own trains to move and our own trains to move. As part of this project, we've also implemented 5 overpass bridges. The one at Penn Cinema that was built by the Ministry of Works. We have the station at Ikeja, Yaba and Oyingbo that have been commissioned by Mr. Governor. And the last of our overpass bridges is the one at Moshi, which we incidentally we inspected on the 30th of December, and we are very pleased with where we are with that one. The position is that all of the infrastructure is done, and all we're doing now is laying asphalt to get ready for commissioning in the next, as we commission the whole of the infrastructure. So I think it is, in terms of an update, it's very good positive feedback, and we're looking forward to the completion of the infrastructure for the Red Line, and therefore roll us into testing and commissioning, and then roll us into commercial operations. At this point, I would like to ask and implore the citizens of Lagos, please, please, please do not sell on the tracks, do not walk on the tracks, do not just jaywalk along the tracks. This particular set of tracks are very close to where we live, and we are just asking that we respect the alignment of the railway. It is important that we acknowledge and we all understand that the alignment of the tracks must be sacrosanct, in the sense that we must not walk on them, we must not sit around it, we must not sell on it. There's been a lot of enforcement along that corridor, which the state will continue to do. But there is also a position that the citizens must hold, which is a responsibility to ensure that you do not put yourself in danger. There will be more frequent movement of trains along that corridor when we start the Red Line. And so therefore, we will continue to put out this advocacy about us not finding ourselves in any way near the tracks at all, as Mr. Governor himself has said so many times that he's visited that alignment. So it is important that we take that notice and we take that note away. And so that's the Red Line, and we're looking forward very excitedly to the start of operations of that one.
LAMATA, keeping Lagos moving.